Boom.
Biddly bo. Yes, yo. Here we go. There ain't nobody down round here. Quite literally ain't nobody down round here. It don't get no better, in my opinion. Smash a like for us. Shout out to each and every which one of you. But before we do that, you know what time it is. Get that badger in and on and over here. We had to move back to get his greatness in. It's truly a delight to get him in and on and over here today. Legendary MVG, thank you, dude. Absolute West Coast warlord. There is, nobody does it how you do it. Legendary MVG, 1, 2, 3, the man, as we all know by now. If you don't know by now, the bloke's legendary. I've got some other shout outs to do from the live watch along. I appreciate every which one of you, as you well know. But shout out to JT, Ming, Pete Booth, 78 RPM, Wayne Garbutt, Baby Bremner, Enar and CH. Shout out to War Piglet, Sean Rooney, Roller Blunt and Mimi. There was loads of you in the chat earlier on in the watch along. I appreciate every which one of you. If you could smash a like on the vid, man, it really helps, all that stuff. Yes, Enar, yes, AO, welcome. I want to just, obviously, I'm going to be here for 20 minutes or so, just going to reel off. I was waiting on Farker's interview, but I've not managed to see it, so it's been refreshing that there's no tomorrow on YouTube, but it's not been uploaded, so my feed was a bit shit. So he'll have obviously probably spoke in the after game, obviously, in the interview, on the telly bob, as it were. But I've not seen it, so I'm not sure of his comments. But I want to put it down, to be honest, as a masterclass. To be perfectly honest, I don't think we do Farker. I think we do Farker a real injustice, to be honest. I literally think what he's doing for the club at the moment is exactly what we need. Do we have a goal problem? Has the goal problem gone? 3 goals away from home at Molineux, all in one half, all different types of goals, free kicks, lofted balls in, and then a ball through, and through on goal type, 1-on-1 type. Brilliant finish from Okafor, but we'll get into the goals a little bit later on. Well, I'll say later on in the next 5 minutes. Thank you, Mingy. You're a legend, mate. No need. Appreciate you. Good day, chaps. Says Solenum Linianum. 3 a.m. here and sleep a long way off. Get in. Love it, Solenum. Met the night yours, mate. Give tonight to tomorrow. Give tonight to last. Give to tomorrow to last night, or whatever the saying is, whatever the saying goes. Honestly thought to a man, we've shown for me with Farker, just want to finish on Farker. We've shown to a man how he can go about winning football games. And had it not been for Goodmanson's meltdown, we would, just that goal aside, we've been extremely competitive. With 5 games in, we've been extremely competitive in all but one game. And that game just so happens to be against a potential Premier League winner this year. I don't think Arsenal will win it this year, but they're going to finish in the top 3, aren't they? If you were edging your bets, you'd go top 2. So they're gonna be there or thereabouts, aren't they? Around and about it. And that's the only game where we've looked poor. I hope this doesn't clash with Strictly. I'll be distraught if it's the first episode. Apologies, Joe Depp. You might not get much respect in there for the Strictly hype, but I appreciate you, man. My mum likes Strictly as well. I don't know if she still does or not, but we will discuss the free kick soon after. I just want to spiel out my wolf talk about Farker. Yeah, I think he's got a set up so mint, and in-game management, we are showing within the game that we can play different ways. So when we are on the ball and when we do have a little bit of momentum, we're moving the ball around, it's all lovely, nice bit of football. We look like we can play, we can go long. DCL's a real target man, a real problem up top for centre-backs. He really occupies them both, and that, Metcha does the same thing, just in a slightly different way. Don't get me talking about strikers and centre-forwards again. I ain't got the minerals for it today. There's no need for it. Yeah, and then in the second half, Wolves made some changes, obviously all at half-time as well. They really switched it up. They started pumping the ball along, and we just managed to hang in there. And not even hang in there. We just played we're so solid. We're such a good, solid unit. Like players like Longstaff and Ampadu, I thought Stack were good today. We needed a bit of a performance out of Stack, truth be told. He's the one that I would drop at the moment from the 3, even though I don't think we've got a problem in the 3. So I think that's my 3 at the moment. I think Tanaka's brilliant, but I just think for where we're at, and away from home and stuff, but I'm not on the hype of it's always Longstaff that's got to go. There's been a few on Twitter today saying that Longstaff was sort of ineffective today, and I don't really know what game you're watching if that's the case. The bloke is everywhere. He works his nads off. I know you're not allowed to say that. It's not a good thing, is it, when you work hard on a football pitch for some reason? But flying into challenges, he made a few big challenges. He made that block on the edge of the box in the second half. He goes flying in for the first one, and I think he's sort of sold himself down the road, wipes Ampadu out in process, then gets straight back up and flies in again, So, and with a brilliant block, then jumps up, turns around, raptures of applause from him to everybody else, and with the battle cry, with the rallying the troops again. It's like, that was all you, Shawnee boy. That was all my best mate's work. And then he's jumping up and encouraging everybody else. The bloke's a proper professional footballer. I love the bloke. He's my best mate. And I really do think, he had nice things to say about Ampadu at the start of the season. He was saying, when he got injured, he was looking forward to him getting back and stuff. And I think they've got a bit of a relationship there, to be perfectly honest. I think them as a three, Stack, Longstaff and Ampadu, are just exceptional. I'm hoping Tanaka can get in there some which way. But, I think Anton Stack, the set piece specialist, we no longer need to bring Greenwood back. Greenwood is out the door now. Stack is the set piece specialist. And talk about top bins, it was fired in. Obviously, you'd argue it's on the keeper's side. I don't really care, though, when it comes to it. Speaking of keepers, I want to do an honorary mention for Darlow. I thought it was exceptional today. Strong, good from crosses. That's all you really want. There was a conversation I had on the overlap, not the underlap. And Gary Neville was on about what order you'd have it in, presence in the box, good with his feet, and then shot stopping. But he mentioned shot stopping to say goals that would have gone in had he not been a top shot stopper. I don't really care about that. If it's top bins and your keeper can't get to it, I just think whatever, that making that odd save like that isn't worth the not dominating your box bit. So for me, it's the domination of the box. They're all decent shot stoppers, or they should be, shouldn't they? They shouldn't be letting stuff go through them. But in terms of if they hit the corner, I just think if you can't get there, you can't get there. You want at the top level, Donnarumma made a good save against Scum and stuff, keeps them in game, makes them win it comfortably rather than having, a bit of a shaky moment in the game. So I understand the top saves and the top goalkeepers, but really from Darlow, it's his shirt to lose now for me. And you just want him making every cross that came in, he was just getting rid of everybody, coming out to punch it, he was wiping everybody out in his way. And that's all I want really from my keeper. Because we've obviously had a little bit of issues, haven't we, with Mez Silent S last year. And we're delighted with the way we soaked up the pressure in the second half. I thought it was a really proud performance today, boys. I thought, as I say, we showed so many different ways of winning football matches. There's so many different ways to win a game, so many ways to skin a cat, as I said the other day. Not that we're into skinning cats, but we look strong going forward. Anton Stack, as I say, you can't really legislate for that type of stuff. That's not going to happen every week, is it? But in terms of putting it in top bin, Anton Stack, the tech piece specialist, has got it in the locker. I thought Okafor were brilliant today while being slightly frustrating at times, but I think that comes with the territory. I don't mind. I say it on every stream, so I do apologise. I say it on every live watch along. All I want him to do is try and get past his man, push the ball past the right back and try and get at him. And he did it every single time he faced up against somebody. Then if his final ball's a bit off or whatever, I don't care. If he pushes it past the defender 10 times, it gets past him 5 times, and he creates 2 chances out of it, that'll do me per game. Genuinely, I just want him to be super threatening. Then you're going to have them days where he's literally on fire and he just can't stop creating, can't stop getting in areas, can't stop getting chances and stuff. You're gonna get both, but you just want him to have a decent day, and he did today, didn't he? I thought Stack, for the way he won the interception, really reading the game really well, as my man Longstaff does. Ampadu reads the game so well. All 3 of them read the game well. Stack wins the ball, puts it through for Okafor, and then it's a really tidy finish from Okafor. And I love his celebration. I'm here for it. So yeah, delighted with that. And then I simply must mention my man DCL. Thought it was an absolute warlord up top today. Really occupied all the defenders, getting in the channels as well. When it was pumped forward, he was available both down the right and the left. The ball in from Bogle's a looping ball. It's a brilliant delivery, but it's a looping ball. It's difficult for DCL. And that is as good for me. DCL's finish with this is as good for me as the Anton Stack set piece specialist top binner. I legitimately believe that is an unbelievable finish from DCL. That is so hard to do. He gets up super early, which he always does. He really can hang in the air, but he gets up super early, and it's just a wonderful finish. The keeper's got no chance. He knows exactly what he's doing with it. He's had a few opportunities as DCL, and he's not taken them. But it's a similar thing to Okafor. We're going to have to take the rough with the smooth with it, and just go when it's on, we're in and on and over here, aren't we? And DCL got the job done today. I thought it was absolutely excellent. But I think he's been good in games. It's just obviously we've lacked that killer instinct. But truth be told, did we have it today or not? Do we still have a problem going forward? I don't think it's a case. People have said it's paper over the cracks or whatever. It's just Farker hate or DCL hate or Okafor hate. There's no need for it. Longstaff, excellent. Just going to say it every now and again. Longstaff's my best mate and he was excellent. I love him. Stack, brilliant. DCL, brilliant. Shame about Bogle coming off. Bogle doesn't seem 100% at it, I won't say. Everything seems to sort of come down Goodmanson's side, but I'm not sure whether that's also an Aronson wide right type of vibe. But I thought that had sort of aided Bogle a little bit. But let's be honest about it as well. Aronson was good today. Again, yes, we know he works hard, but even on the ball, he was good. He was good in them tight little areas. He put DCL through on goal. Thought DCL should have been a little bit stronger there, really. I think if he's 100% fit, I think he does the Haaland and he actually gets the defender off him and he gets a shot away. I think the defender does quite well to sort of like be all over him. But yeah, it's meant for DCL to get off the mark. And I hope, obviously, 1 down, 19 to go, as Pete Booth would say, for to get towards his 20 goal contributions, 10 goals, 10 assists, or 12 goals, 8 assists, I think is where we're going with DCL this year. But we can't say that we're not competitive under Farker. If it had been Chrissy Wilder, it'd have been a masterclass. If it had been Mourinho, it'd have been a masterclass today. You can't have it all your own way. We're stuck in between thinking, like, what do you actually want as fans? Do you want to win 3-1 and then potentially people be able to say, well, we kind of shut up shop? I don't think we did shut up shop. But I just think, like I said on Joe's show the other day, we're not going to games for a point. And Farker has said he tries to win every single game. You have to put yourself in a position to win the game the best way you can. And that is by not going 1-0 down. That does not help. But it does getting your first chance, first goal. I mean, 2 minutes prior to conceding, which I thought their goal was a well-worked goal. Let's have it right. 2 minutes prior to that, Goodmanson crosses it across face of goal, across 6-yard box. And DCL just misreads it, really, or he's perhaps slightly on his heels, but I think he wanted it cut back as opposed to a flashing across the 6-yard box. Then they go score. Then 5 minutes later, the same thing. DCL gambles on the first man, but Stack cuts it back. So it's just, we're lacking there's like a little bit of perhaps not a click, but there's just moments in games, isn't there, where things are going to start coming together and we're going to understand the movements of the players a little bit more and stuff. That's why I said we need to give it time. That'd be terrible if it is a broken foot, Arthur. Is that right? Thank you, Pete Booth. The assist bonus, I appreciate you, man. The absolute ledge, man. There's no need. Thank you, dude. We've had goal and assist bonuses all day today. It's been splendid. You're an absolute ledge. I don't know what that Pereira fella were doing, their manager, because it was in his notebook. Every time it cuts, it must have cut him about 6 times. He's like this in notebook. And I think in Andy was just playing hangman, and it's obviously him that's out to be hung, really. I mean, God knows where he's going to be going with it. But he won't watch in game, that is for sure. We're doing a crossword or something, because, what were all that about? Do we have a goal problem? Do we have a goal threat going forward? Yes, we do when we're on it and at it. And it's about taking your chances. We're also stuck in between being clinical and then people saying, oh, we're just not clinical enough. It's like, well, what today, weren't we? All our major chances ended up in goals today, and obviously barring the Stack strike from the edge of the box, which you're not going to get, as I say, every game. The other 2 goals were the 2 ways that I would want to be creating goals, whipping a ball in for DCL on Ed or 1-on-1 through on goal. So how else, there's not many more ways of getting goals, is the DCL's brilliant up top. Writing his resignation, yes, man. Ian, come on, Jackie, lad, get the beers going. Yeah, I'm trying to stay off it tonight, I think, man, but I might venture on over for a pint before I go to work, before I start DJing tonight. But yeah, honestly, in terms of a performance, it's about as professional as you get, in my humble opinion. That's what I'm saying with Farke. He does not set us up to draw. He sets us up to put us in the best position to win. We go into the weekend now, not having anywhere near as much a worry. Let's have a quick look at the Premier League. We are 10th in the league, bang on 10th. Joint points with Man United, who are 2-0 up to Chelsea, but I think Chelsea have had their keeper sent off, so don't get confused with Man United's result today. But, you know, if you'd have said that, we're 3 points off second and we are 7 points off bottom. So, you know, that is pretty good going 5 games in. We've had some tough games. We've played Arsenal, played Fulham, who were decent. Fulham are still beneath us yet again. You know, they'll play tomorrow. I mean, we could end up lower down, evidently, but ultimately we're currently in front of Newcastle, currently in front of Man City. We're 10th in the league, boys. It's a miraculous place to be. Oh, get up, Pat Dunn. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, brother. I can do both, though, Ian. I can do both. Do not win. 2 wins in 5, Oliver. Exactly. Awesome going, isn't it? 2 wins in 5. If anybody had said that, we actually said at the start of the season, didn't we? If we get sort of like 10, 15 games in and, you know, we're anywhere near 10 wins, we're in a real good spot. Well, 2 out of 5 is good going, isn't it? It's 4 in 10 if we carry on. So, you know, it's decent. Wins, mate. Wins. It's all about the wins. They're so valuable. The win, if we'd have drawn, I don't want to be obvious and dumb, but obviously draw against Newcastle, draw against Fulham, draw today. It's 3 points. So the win this week, I know this is obvious stuff, but I just think it is worth, sometimes the obvious thing's worth saying. The win is worth more than the draw at Fulham, evidently. But it alleviates everything from last week, doesn't it? It's 2 points more than we would have got had we just drawn that game last week. And then there's slightly less pressure going on to this game. You have to keep teams down while they're down, and Wolves are currently shit. And when we went 1-0 down, I feared the worst, I thought, and then we showed loads of resilience, loads of minerals, and came back into the game. And I thought we were the better team. We've not looked the better team in any single game apart from against Arsenal, in my opinion. Or if we wasn't the better team, we had moments in the game where we was better. I thought Fulham was relatively evenly matched. I thought they came on good towards the end of the game. I thought we were better than Wolves today. I don't think that can be argued with. I thought we were better than Everton, or extremely competitive against Everton, and then very similar in level to Newcastle in terms of, you know, sometimes you just got to put some hard yards in, haven't you, which we have, which we're capable of doing. And Aronson, double A Ronson worked his nuts off. Goodmanson looks good getting forward. I think he's going to get caught out a few times, Goodmanson. Because it sometimes comes inside. I think somebody's going to watch him and know and go, and the right wing is going to go, I know what you're going to do, mate. He does do it a lot. But, you know, I'm here for it. And if as I say, we're going to have to check a few mistakes. Same as Okafor. I thought Harrison was decent when he came on. That's just what you wanted him to do. He wasn't coming on to be flashy, wasn't throwing himself around. He was just getting on ball, playing it easy, you know, holding onto the ball, tried to pick up a few fouls and stuff, which Stack did really well today. When TANAKA came on, he looked ferocious. He was hunting the defenders down him, and DCL looked good up top. Metcha got some minutes. DCL nearly got best part of 90 minutes as well. I think he played 85, 86 minutes or something, or even potentially more, to be fair, because I think the subs were waiting that long because they were obviously pumping ball into the box, so we kept DCL on pitch. It's brilliant from Farke. I'm absolutely delighted for him, genuinely. He deserves it, does my man Farke. Great win, but one swallow doesn't always make a summer. You've got to take it one game at a time, though, big lad, and we are doing so. Bournemouth will bring about 6 fans so we can make Ellen Road a fortress next week. Ellen Road will be rocking next week, and rightly so. 10th in the league. The boyos are back in town. We've got 2 away games out of the way. From 2 games, we've got 3 points. You take it, regardless if we keep going on that type of train. As I say, it's better than drawing games. As much as it's fine to draw and you want to draw the away games, that's what I'm saying about the wins. There's so much, they lift the team so much more, and it gets rid of any frustration from last week. It's done with, isn't it now? We're on to the next one, on to Bournemouth, which will be a super difficult game, as they all are. Bournemouth are currently 5th in the league. They've won 3 out of 4. Let's see who they've got. Tomorrow, they've got Newcastle. Big game. Newcastle might potentially do them over. I think Newcastle got a win, did they, last week? Let's have a look. matches. I think they got a win last week, did Newcastle? Yeah, 1-0 to Wolves again. So we've got a better record against Wolves as we do Newcastle. So I've not seen out yet, but somebody's put in the comments, man, that he's broke his foot, which would be mental. So, but I'll wait and see Farke's injury. But Farke says Leeds star will be assessed over being forced off with injury and win over Wolves. Daniel Farke said Jayden Bogle's injury will be assessed. Bogle took a nasty knock and was forced off, but there is concern for Bogle, with the Leeds boss saying we need to wait for the swelling to go down on the injury before we can properly assess him. Right, so we don't know yet. But, you know, we've got James Justin, haven't we? I don't want that. I want to keep Bogle in, because I think once Bogle gets properly up to speed and flying, I think, you know, it could be a real threat down right wing. But I think he goes with the same formation. We're obviously without Dan James today. We were without Nonto. He looked a beast. Arthur's saying that it's definitely a broken foot, but I can't see that as of yet. But it just says he'll be assessed. 3 minutes ago, went down when studs had landed on him. He did take his boot off straight away, though. It's not good. Where are you getting broken foot from? Farke says it's too early to provide an update on Bogle. Opponent stood landing on his foot and it's very swollen. Hopefully it's not bad, but we won't know more until a few days. Yeah, applause with Okafor slightly limping. I thought he was slightly limping at the end of the game. Which again, we don't want this shit, do we, coming in? Yes, no soccer. We've played the better soccer in all our other 4 games. I agree. Yes, JT, what's good, brother? CB says, let's be honest, the only game we deserved to lose was the Arsenal game. Perfectly put, CB. I agree. And that's where we want 63 badges in the room. Do the man a solid, a soiled smash like. It helps beat the automated algorithm. Appreciate you, Mimi. If you could smash a like for us, guys, it'd be much appreciated. It does help. All that stuff, all that jazz. Hope Bogle is back next week. He's been excellent so far, says Limey. I was expecting him to struggle. He's not been exposed at all going defensively either. However, that's because my man Farke's got a set up. So solid. How do you mean, CB? I've my players of my streams have gone down. My players have gone down past week or so. Pretty major. I don't know whether that's just because everybody despises me now, or whether it's not pushing it out as much. But I don't know. We don't do too much research over here, do we? So, you know. And to think some were saying we did not need to buy JJ, this shows we did. We definitely needed that backup in there, didn't we? Would Leeds really be Leeds unless at least one of our squad is heartbroken? Catching a live for the first time in a long time. Yes, Mr. P, one of the day dotters. I think Mr. P is known as, I think, my first ever member on the channel. So Mr. P's the absolute boyo. So shout out to Mr. P. But I dread to think how long he's been a member on this channel, but it'll be a long time. He's a day dotter, as many of you are, but Mr. P does has a special place in one's heart. It was against Wolves, who are bottom, so don't get carried away. I don't think I'm getting carried away at any moment, to be fair. I think it's right to say that it was an excellent result and a perfect Premier League professional performance. Newcastle got over the line last week with Wolves. They won 1-0. You know, at their place. We gone 1-0 down, showed loads of character to get to 3-1. I don't think I've gone over the top. Certainly not getting carried away, just enjoying every single win in the Premier League. Wins are so difficult to come by, as we've learned and as we've been watching, as we can all see. So, does anybody else think I'm getting carried away? Hi, Mr. P. You're like me a bit, I think. Rare breed. Come on here. And KG member. Richard Todd, think we will definitely miss Bogle, but Justin looks a good backup. Might be his chance to shine. I've lost count, says Mr. P. Appreciate you, man. You must be. Honestly, I'll have to look it up, see if I can find out, because it's definitely more than a couple of months in it, big man. Yeah, I don't know what's. I'm not getting notifications a lot of time, man. I don't know what's occurring, to be fair. Drew and Newcastle beat Everton. Everton have been in great form as well since. I think they got beat today to Liverpool, didn't they? But other than that, I don't think they've lost a game since we beat them. So let's have a look. They're 8th in league. Moyes knows what he's doing, doesn't he, to be fair to him. Yeah, they haven't lost a game. They've won 2 and drawn 1 ever since we beat them on opening day. And they've only got beat to Liverpool. So it's us and Liverpool. That's why we're chasing Champions League, boy. Mr. P, regardless of the opponent, we still have to put the ball in the net to win the game. Aye, and we certainly did do that today. Tony, now then, Jack, proper buzzing with the result. I truly believe this will breed confidence in front of goal matching on together. We've said that, haven't we, Tony, for a couple of weeks. That's what I've been trying to lay on thick, and the reason why I've suggested that we might need some time before we all go into absolute oblivion. To learn people's patterns and how to create goals. It's been up to Farker to keep banging on the drum and try get us creating goals. And we made plenty of chances today. I thought we made plenty of chances, decent chances last week. You know, you've just got to be clinical, which we were today. Brilliant, 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 brilliant. Completed. It was a great away performance. Don't knock it, fella. Agreed, Ian. That's where I'm at. I really hate the don't get carried away more. What the fuck? Why watch football? Yeah, I mean, we're not getting carried away either, are we? We deserve to be happy clappers up in this bitch. I'm going to ride it out. I'm going to enjoy the fact that I'm going to enjoy it because, you know, everybody's happy to enjoy the loss, aren't they? And really come for me then. So I'm going to enjoy the win because I thought we were excellent and I'm proud to be a Leeds fan. So in the bin with any negativity, we are staying up, says Dathy or Conhill. I agree, big man. Absolutely love that from you. Ming says you need to unsubscribe and then subscribe again to fix the notification problem. Some people don't like us to be happy after a win. It's mad, isn't it? You're not allowed to get over happy when you win, but you've got to be like super duper angry and crazy mad and outlay every single problem that we have going forward and all this shit when we lose. You've got to go full train, aren't you, with that? When we win and play really well, you can't be delighted. It's like, it were only Wolves. Like, well, Wolves are a Premier League team, aren't they? Wolves, everybody's telling me that are going to be decent this season. So, and they look shit. But, you know, you've got to make them look shit, haven't you? Oops, daisy, what have I done here? What a result getting, says Arse Ripper. I've zoomed right in and now I've zoomed in further in. There we go, I'm back. Sorry, boys. I've just searched the people I follow as I don't get many notifications. Andy Rowe, me, you. I'm slightly getting carried away. But it's your channel. I appreciate the positive vibe. I cannot believe anybody thinks I'm getting carried away. Am I like jumping for joy or something? Am I like rolling around in the room or something? Delighted with the win. That's what we're here for, isn't it? Nobody do it how we does it. Richard Todd, any away win in the Prem is a great result. On the up to Europe. Come on, let's have it. Agreed, man. That's what I'm saying. You know, you win away from home in the Premier League and you go barmy army, don't you? Because I think Notts Forest, when they stayed up, they won 1 game away from home. So within 5 games, we've already, you know, amassed 2 wins, a home win and an away win. Let's keep it going. Bournemouth in 1990, geared up. In the Premier League, we have to enjoy the rare moments of the Leeds win. Agreed, Mr. P. You've got to take it when it's here. Leeds made it shine today despite the rain. Absolutely. Happy clappers in the Blunt household. Love it. There's some bum parties going on here. 10th as it is. Love it. We've been knocked down a peg, haven't we? Because that fucking idiot's been sent off at Chelsea. But, you know, they can do whatever they want. Can't they, scum? Whatever. Who cares? But yes, guys, that is my rundown of the game. I appreciate every which one here. Shout out to JT, Ming, Pete Booth, 78 RPM, Wayne Garbutt, Baby Bremner, and Enar and CH for the super chat. 1, 2, 3, legendary MVG and Pat Dunn. Appreciate you, man. Pete Booth. Appreciate each and every which one here. Shout out to Mimi, Roller Blunt, Sean Rooney, War Piglet, all here, Oliver. Thanks, guys. And Richard, Todd, AO, Mr. P, the boyo. Appreciate you guys. And I'll drop a shit vid tomorrow. I might go live. It depends how much time I've got tomorrow for a live. I might see if Lockie's about or something and maybe jump on midday with him or something if anybody's up for that. I've not done an interview for ages, have I? So thank you, AO. If you could smash us a like on way out, Ian, appreciate you, big man. I've got 57 likes and 83 in room, so I'd appreciate it if we can get them likes up. It does help the algorithm, as we all know. Take it easy, everybody. It's been a brilliant day today. Fuck anybody that thinks it hasn't. Fuck anybody that thinks you're getting carried away. Fuck everybody but our Leeds base, because that's all we care about. Oh, Mr. P, that's it again. The absolute West Coast warlord, Mr. P, the day daughter, the original. Wayne Birdsell, get up, my lad. Thank you, Mr. P. You're a legend, mate. I'll see you all tomorrow, guys, gang. I'll go live tomorrow. I'll see what Lockie's up to. If not, I'll just jump on and chat some beans, and then I'll do a shit vid later on that night. Take it easy, everybody. Smash us a like on way out, man. Our boys and Mimi, Bob and Mimi. Take it easy. Loopy lot in a bizzle.
Boom.